Hey there! I've been working with some folks using Datasmith to bring in a ton of assets, but it's also brought in a lot of extra collision meshes. So we're going to quickly go over how to use the Unreal Matrix Edit to take care of that. We've got a really beautiful scene here, but it's also extremely complex. And one of the things that I want to first point out is that the frame rate is decent. If I hold down Control-Shift-H, we can see we've got about 35 frames per second. But if we hit Alt-C and turn on collisions, we drop way down into like the 5 frames per second range. One of the things that we're going to do in this demo is we're going to use the matrix to turn off all the collisions. I want to quickly point out level instances, which can also be another savings, are already set on this project. But if you're bringing a bunch of architectural visualization information in using Datasmith, then you might be wanting to use level instances. Okay, then again, also, how do you get into a level instance? Let's use that as a starting point. Select an area that has one of these collision meshes on them. Okay, so once we've got here, I'm going to right click and we can go to level. And here's where we can edit the level. So now, once it is in edit mode, we can see everything sort of grays out except for this level instance. And here's where we can start to edit it. And we can go in and we can see all of these hierarchical static meshes in here. And you can see the plants and the ivy that's instanced. Okay, I just hit Alt-C to turn off visualizing collision meshes. But what if we want to actually turn off collision meshes in general using the matrix edit? So we've got the level instance open. There's 2 ways you can access the matrix edit. One is you can open up these level instances and you can go in and select these hierarchical static meshes and then click this button here, which is the edit selection in property matrix. So here they are, you can see, and you can do things like collision and see it's set to block all. We could set this to no collision and save. All right, so now we could save out of that. So that just modified the assets in the scene. We could also modify these assets here directly in the content browser. So you select the assets in the content browser, right click, go to asset actions, and then you go to edit selection in property matrix there. And so you can see these are all possible edits. And the other thing that's worth noting is if you want to specifically identify certain attributes, you can also pin them. So that's useful if you're going to be jumping in and out of different asset groups. And that way you don't have to keep searching for them. But in this case, I'm just going to modify the collisions again. And we'll deblock all here, or the no collisions. We'll turn that and save it. Why don't we select all of these and switch to no collision. There we go. And it'll update those assets. Hit save and close. That's what I wanted to show you. There's 2 ways to access the custom collisions. You can modify a ton of attributes that way in no time. All right, well, hopefully you've escaped your own personal matrix and back to work. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like and make sure you subscribe for more weekly Unreal content.